Okay, in this video, I'm going to go over the assignment 1.2.5.3, the step box with hole. This is a practice challenge only. It's for extra credit. Okay. And so what you're going to submit are these two I attached here. You're going to submit me a screenshot of the actual 3D design file, and then also the dimension drawings. Okay, so this one's a little exaggerated, but it's the one I attached for you so you can use as a reference to draw this, because this has kind of um, a mild difficult challenge level. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Go ahead and log on in Fusion. Get into NetLab, and again, make sure when you are in NetLab that you give yourself at least an hour and a half. Okay, you don't want to be in the middle of the assignment and then the reservation ends. And so again, when the reservation ends, the computer shuts down, and so you'll have to relog back in again. That just takes too much time. All right, so go ahead and log into your IED project folder, and then go ahead. We're still on section activity 125. Double click in there. All right, and so if you notice, when you open on Fusion, you're always going to have an untitled tab. So that's where we're at here. So I double clicked into my file, my folder. I have all these practice ones plus the previous assignments. So here I'm going to go ahead and we're going to save this step box with hole design file. That's the name we're going to name it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hit save. And then for here, since this is my video, I'm going to name it step box with hole video. Okay, you're going to name your step box with hole. Okay, so there I went ahead and saved the file. And so I'm going to go ahead. This is based on Craig Hughes' video, and he likes for us to create new components. So I'm going to go ahead and do that first, just like we did with the construction blocks. I'm going to go ahead and create new component. I'm going to go ahead and name this step box with hole. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to use this drawing as a reference. All right, I have it up here as a photo so I can see. So again, I exaggerated the dimensions. I would rather you guys dimension only the top view. Let me get my drawing. I would rather you dimension like this, okay, and here, all right, because the dimensions here, the right side, right, this is the top side, this is the front view, the parent view is the front view. I added the dimension lines here on the right side so you can use it as a reference when you're drawing this design file in Fusion. Okay, so I want to see the dimensions here, right? All the length, the width, plus the diameter, as well as here. Okay, and then you're also going to put the center marks. Let's see here. If I can grab the straight line. You're going to add the center mark here. Kind of crooked line. And then you're also going to add the hidden lines here. And I'll show you that at the end of this video or a separate video. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. So here I'm looking at the dimension line. So imagine it from outward in. This is going to be a box. Okay. So here it is. Let me grab my annotation again. All right, so we're going to draw. Let's see how we're going to draw it simply, right? So I know that it is going to be 3 inches high. Okay, we're in inches again. We're going to make sure our unit measurements are in inches. It's 3.5 inches wide, and then let's look for the depth. And the depth is right here, 2.5 inches deep, right? It also shows here that it's 2.5 inches deep, right? So you can see the edges, right? Here is 3.5 inches wide. I'm sorry, 3 inches wide. No, 3.5 inches wide, right? That's along the side. 3 inches high, and then 2.5 inches deep, okay? So this is gonna be a fun file design to draw. All right, so let's get started. So what did I say? Okay, so we're going to draw a box 3.5 inches wide and 3 tall. So I'm going to go ahead and create a box. All right, I'm going to click on the front plane. Then I'm going to go out just like this. So what did I say? I'm looking at the drawing. It's going to be 3 inches tall, and I'm going to hit tab, 3.5 inches wide. Okay, so, and let me go ahead and dimension the depth, and then we said it's going to be 2.5 inches, hit okay. Okay, so I forgot to start off by saying, make sure that you check your units before you start drawing, right? That it is the units that we're going to do this drawing. So for this one, it's already the units are already set at inches, right? Sometimes yours is a millimeter. Make sure you check that, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and close this data panel so maybe it'll be bigger. So I know it's already in inches on mine, so I'm okay. All right. So here, make that bigger. Okay. So now we're gonna add these two steps first. All right. So we created the box. We're going to create 1, 2 steps, and then the hole. All right. So I'm looking down here. Okay. So now I'm going to draw the step and I'm going to go down. So I'm going to go look at this dimension here. All right. I'm going to do this. So it's 2.5 inches wide and 2 inches deep. Okay. So I'm going to click the top of the cube so I can use the drawing as a reference. So I'm going to go ahead, create, sketch, right? I'm clicking on top of the box. All right. And then I'm going to create a rectangle that's 2.5 by 2, right? As our first step. All right. So I'm going to click create a rectangle. I'm going to choose a 2-point rectangle. And I'm going to go from here to here. Right, there you go. Here to here, I'm going to go out. And then so the height, right, according to, I'm looking at my drawing here on my left, is going to be, well, looking at from the top view, I'm going to say the right dimension is going to be 2.5. I'm going to hit tab for the next one. And then it's going to be 2.5. Let me hit tab again. This is actually 2. And this one is going to be 2.5. Okay, looking at the reference here, 2.5 across and 2 high. All right. Whoops. Did I mix it up? Okay, so I'm going to left click and then I'm going to finish sketch. Okay, so now I'm going to click on the home view cube so I can look at 3D. And so what we're going to do is we're going to extrude, not up this time, but we're going to go down because we're creating a step, right? So look, I'm looking at here. So how far of a step we're going to go. So I can't see, it doesn't really say on the top drawing, but I can see it here on the right drawing. It's going to go down 0.5. Okay. So this first step is going to go down 0.5. So I'm going to left click, highlight, activate the command for here. And then I'm going to hit E for extrude, right? Same thing. Or you can go to modify, create extrude, right? So now it's asking me which way I'm going to go. This time I'm going to go negative, right? So in this window, I'm going to click -5 inches, or you can put it here, right? So I'm going to click here and I'm going to go -5. You don't have to put the dimension. Oops. Okay, I meant 0.5. Let's undo that command. Ooh, that was awful. Okay, so let's click on the home button again. Now I'm going to highlight, left click right there. What? All right, let me finish the sketch. Okay, left click, and then I'm going to hit E on my keyboard. I'm going to extrude, right? The distance, I'm going to type 0.5, not 5. All right, but this time we're going down. So I'm going to hit -0.5, enter. So now I have my one step. See that? I look at from the top. Oh, it looks like that, kind of like that. See here, if I turn it around, let me turn the corner here. Oh. Let's look at it from the top. Okay. I really want it to face the other direction. Let's see if I can go this way. See how I'm clicking the view cube on the arrow so it looks exactly like the drawing? There you go, just like that. See what I did? Okay. Okay, so now I'm on the top view. So now I'm going to look at whoops. Now I'm going to look at this step right here. Okay, so we want to see what the, we're going to bring it down one more time, right? So the dimensions are 2 across and 1.5 high. Okay, so that's looking from the top. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and create sketch again, right? I'm going to highlight here on the top of the plane. And then I'm going to go to create a rectangle. I'm going to pick 2-point rectangle, right? And then I'm going to left click on here, and then I'm going to go out, right, diagonal. And so now it's asking me for the height. And then here, like we said, it's going to be 1.5. I'm going to hit tab to type in the next one, and that will be 2, right? Just like it shows over here, 2 across, 1.5 above. And then I'm going to hit, enter, right? And then I'm going to hit finish sketch. Okay, so there's that, right? Click on the home view so I can see. So now I'm going to bring this step down, right? So let's see how far down, how deep I'm going to bring this down. Okay, so I'm looking at, I don't see it here. I kind of don't see it here, but I see it here. It's going to go exactly 0.5 inches down, just like the first step. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hover over, left click, highlight that step, press E on my keyboard, and then I'm going to go, see, here it is, the window right here. I'm going to type in negative 0.5, enter. See, now it goes down. So now we have the 2 steps, just like in the drawing. Okay, I always hit the home button to get the default view. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Okay, so now we're going to put the hole in, and it should be fairly simple. Okay, so let's leave. So let's look. So now, let me grab my annotation here. So now let's try an arrow. So now we see, oh, that didn't work. Okay, so now we see, let's just do a line. So now we see that the diameter is going, of the hole is going to be 1 inches, right? And then it's going to punch from the bottom of the lowest step, right? So it's going to go all the way through at 2 inches. Okay. All right. So we can see the diameter is 1 here. I want to show you the diameter shows here that it's 1, and the diameter is here is 1, right? These dotted lines mean that it's a hidden line, right? Because we can't really see the line. We're going to add that dimension at the end. Okay, so let's see how we can do the hole. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and click on, instead of clicking on the top view, I'm going to see if I can click. I'm going to click on the lowest plane here, right? Left click, highlight it, and then I'm going to go create hole, right? So here now it's going to ask, okay, so now what are, it's going to ask the specifics about the hole. So we're going to click on the flat drill point. I'm going to go here, the distance. I'm going to go all right. And so it's now asking for the diameter. I always do the diameter first. So right now by default, it says 0.8 here on the drawing, right? It's 1, it's 1, it's 1. So I'm going to type in 1, 1. Okay, so there it's off a little bit. So now I'm going to grab the reference, right? So we're going to use this front edge as a reference, and the second side as a reference. Okay, so where is that reference? So here it is, right here. Right here. Okay, so I didn't actually put the dimensions in. So let's see. So let's use, it looks like it's going to be, since this is 2 and this is 1.5, it should be 0.75. I don't have it on this dimensioning diagram, but it's 0.75. Okay. Looks like it's going to be 0.75 from the bottom edge and 0.75 from the right edge here. So let's go ahead and type it. Okay. I'm going to hit select for the top reference. I'm going to click this line, and then I'm going to type 0.75. Okay. Now I'm going to click this and see how my hole is like all the way to the left. I want to push it closer to this edge. So I'm going to select, right? So I'm going to select this edge right here. And then, wow, it's like almost 2. See how, if you can see it says 1.8238, 1.823. So I'm going to make it 0.75. Okay, there you go. So that's where we want it. Okay, perfect. Okay, so see, there's my hole. All right, so if I look at it from the top, it's all the way through, right? So it's kind of, I'm going to use the view cube arrow so it looks like the drawing. So that's what it should look like. Okay, look, the hole looks bigger than in my drawing. Okay, but we'll see how it goes. All right. Okay, so there is the step box with hole. Okay, so now we're going to do the drawing. Okay, so again, I'm going to go File, New Drawing from Design. I'm going to go ahead and pick the A-size title block, hit OK. All right, there's the drawing come up. So I'm going to, again, this is the front view. I'm going to place it here. Okay, go ahead. If your scale isn't changed, if it isn't 1 to 2, go ahead and change it to 1 to 2. I have mine by, I guess by default from the last time I did something, 1 to 2. So I'm going to place it here. Okay. All right. So before you close the drawing view window, I want you to change it to shaded with hidden lines. Okay. That way you can see it, kind of see the colors when you're dimensioning it. Okay. So I'm going to hit OK. All right. So now let's go ahead and put the top view and then the right view and the 3D view. So I'm going to go ahead, drawing view, projected view. All right. I'm going to go up. Wait, you have to left click the parent view and then go up. I'm going to go far out a little bit so that way I have room for the dimensions. All right. And then I'm going to go down and then go right here. Again, making some room. And then I'm going to go this way here. All right. And then hit OK. All right. So here I'm going to add we're going to add the hidden lines on here so we can see it. See if you notice, compared to the drawing that I made earlier, you don't see the hidden line. So I'm going to go and change the view so we can see the hidden line where the hole is. Okay. So I left click, it made it transparent blue. I'm going to right click and then I'm going to edit the view. I'm going to make sure I choose the appearance, the style here to, okay, we can leave it shaded. Oh, here it is, shaded within lines. Nope, not that one. Here you go. Shaded with hidden edges. Okay, 1 to 2. There you go. All right. Same thing here. Right. I'm gonna edit view. Oh, let's highlight it blue. There you go. Left click blue. Shaded with hidden lines. There you go. I think it'll change all of these, but I don't know. Yeah, let's see. Looks like it did, right? Because I see the hole as a hidden line here. The dotted lines means that it's hidden, right? If I left click on here, let's see, edit view. Yep, it's on. Oh, no, let's change that one to shaded with hidden lines. Didn't really change much. Okay, but there you go. Okay, so now I'm going to put the center marks, right? I'm going to put the center mark and then also the center line line also, okay, for the hole. So let's click the center line. It's asking to select the first edge, left click, then the second edge, left click, and there's the center line. Going to do the same thing to the right view drawing, right? Still have the active command. Select the first edge, left click, select the second edge, left click, and then there's the center line. Looks just like this drawing that I made earlier on the left, okay? So now I'm going to put the center center markings for the diameter here. I'm going to click on here and then just click on the edge, left click, and there. So now I have the center mark for the diameter. Okay. So now let's dimension the rest of the drawings, the height, the width, and the length. Okay. So again, click on the dimension lines. Okay. Actually, let's do the easiest one like I have here. All right. We go to dimensions. I'm going to just click on the diameter and then I'm going to hover over the edge of the circle, left click, and then I'm going to go out, just kind of like exactly how I have the drawing here on the left. All right. So now we're going to do the rest of the dimensioning, right? Which is just corner to corner lines. All right. Click on dimension. Okay, I'm going to start with the front view, right? Remember, it's going to ask first corner, second corner, and make sure you get to use this green rectangle, this cube, right? First corner, left click, second corner, and then I'm going to go out. I'm going to go pretty far out on this one, so that way you guys can see it. Again, this is going to be exaggerated, just so you can see where all the dimensions are, right? Right, so I'm going to go, same thing here. Let's go. I'm going to go with the outer ones first. Okay, left click, and then I'm going to go out a little bit, right? Right. See, it's active. I'm just going to keep clicking because the dimension command is still active. All right. I'm going to do the same thing. Okay, let's just do one here. Left click, and then I'm going to go out. Right. And then I'm going to click this corner, left click, right? Left click, and then I'm going to go up. Right. Same thing on the sides here. Okay, I'm still active on this command. Right. If you lose it, then you can just click it again and blue. So I'm going to left click here on the first corner, left click on the second corner, and then go out. And then for the third one, this height, left click, and then go out. Okay, so there's the parent, the front view. So let's go ahead and do the top view. Okay, this one might be a little challenging. All right, so I'm going to go, right, still active dimension commands, left click, first corner, left click, second corner, right? 3.5, exactly like the one, the view on the bottom, right? Left click, 2.5, right? Still active here. And then left click first corner, left click second corner, there's 2. All right. All right, so let's do the sides here. Left click top corner, left click bottom corner. I'm gonna go out far because that's the largest dimension. Left click corner, go this way. Left click corner, then going out. Okay, so now we have our parent view, our front view, and our top view. And then we can go ahead and dimension the side view. You don't really have to dimension this, but it's good practice. And it does look kind of busy, but again, it's good practice. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, left click, and then go up. Right. See, my dimension command is still active, so I'm just going to keep going. All right, left click, and then go up. Let's put it right there. Right, and then I'm going to left click corner, and then go up. Doesn't look exactly like that one, but it's close enough, right? As long as you guys dimension here, this one as well on the right hand side. So I'm going to left click top corner, left click right corner, go out, and then I'm going to go from here to here. Okay, so from this edge down to the bottom, then I'm going to go out, and just to show you where the step dimensions are, right? I'm going to go ahead and click this corner and this corner, and then go out. How do I have it? Okay, I'll just do it like that. And then for this one, left click, and then, okay, this one's a little challenging. Let me find let's do that again. Oh. Left click. When it gets tight like this, I always have a little trouble. I'm going to hit escape. Let's do that again. Dimension. Left click, first corner. Where is the triangle down here? Okay, let me hit escape. Okay, let's do that again. I'm going to grab it from here. I'm going to click here. Here we go. Because this is a step. Let's grab this corner, left click. There we go. There we go. Left click. There's a dimension. See that? Okay. Kind of looks like, almost looks like this one here. Okay. But do as much as you guys can. Like I said, this is a practice challenge for you, and it's extra credit. So also you want to add the notes on here. Okay. So I'm going to click text, and I'm going to go ahead and put it. Let's put it. I'm going to put it right here. Okay. Left click here. Left click and drag out for the text box. Note. all dimensions are in inches, period. Okay, oh, that line. So I'm going to make the text box. Oh, let's make the text box a little bit longer. There you go. All right, so you're done. So all you have to do is hit save. And mine's called Step Box with Whole Video Drawing. And there you go. So you're just going to screenshot for this assignment. Extra credit, actually, this challenge. Screenshot the drawing sheet with all your dimensions so I can see that. And then also screenshot your 3D file design. All right.